By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, friends of the university, it is an absolute privilege and pleasure to welcome all of you to the 16th of the Open University's 2019 degree ceremonies. It is a particular pleasure to welcome two very special honorary graduands, Dr. Judy Murray, OBE, and Dr. Cor Hutton. We are really delighted to be able to honour them and their amazing work today. We are also pleased to welcome some of the Open University's pioneer graduates. You may be aware, we have been quite loud about it, that it is our 50th anniversary this year, and our pioneer graduates are those who were at the very first degree ceremony in 1973. It is an absolute honour to have them with us today. Every year, the OU awards a huge range of qualifications, from certificates of higher education to Doctor of Philosophy. And during this year, more than 6,000 graduates will be presented to get their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one today in Glasgow. As well as the ceremony here in Glasgow today, we also have ceremonies in Dublin, Cardiff, Belfast, and in 10 different towns and cities throughout England. And I can't think of a better way to illustrate the extraordinary scale, scope, and reach of the Open University. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families and loved ones, as well as my colleagues from the university, who I hope you will feel have nurtured and supported you during your studies. So you could be forgiven in this grand venue with the organ music and the beautiful flowers that this is a solemn occasion. But you'd be quite wrong. We want today, in every sense, to be a day of celebration. So we'll be very disappointed if anyone crosses the stage today to anything less than thunderous applause, or whatever other way you choose to show your enthusiasm and support for your graduate. I have to say that this morning I may have mentioned to the audience that I had been told that the Scottish ceremonies were the loudest. They did prove that that's probably true this morning. I was quite impressed. So, for those of you that are here to support a family member, if you feel like shouting, "Go Granny," or whatever else seems appropriate as your family member crosses the stage, we look forward to hearing your noisy celebrations. So graduates, I think we need to have a practice to see if we can maybe be even louder than the ceremony this morning. Would you, our new graduates, briefly stand, please? Friends, families, let's give them a applause. I think we're off to a good start. Thank you, graduates. You can sit down. We'll embarrass you more shortly. And there's another way that you can show your appreciation to your graduate. If you're taking photos and posting things on social media today, please do tweet at OU Scotland or use the hashtag OUFamily to share your congratulations and celebrations with colleagues and former students and everybody around the world, as well as those of us here at the ceremony. That's always my favourite bit of the evening after a graduation ceremony, is flipping through and seeing all the pictures and the messages. So this afternoon we'll start the ceremony with the awarding of honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Dr. Judy Murray, OBE. Ms. Susan Stewart, Director of the Open University in Scotland, will present Judy Murray, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and will make her reply. Following that, we will see the presentation of those graduates who have gained higher degrees and Bachelor of Arts degrees. And they will be presented by Mrs. Shona Littlejohn, Deputy Director for Student Experience and Widening Access at the OU in Scotland. Next, we'll be awarding the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Dr. Cor Hutton. Mrs. Kate Signorini, Deputy Director for Strategy Planning and Resources for the OU in Scotland, will present Cor Hutton, who will also sign the honorary graduate's book and make her reply. And then we will continue with a presentation of graduates who have gained Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education. They will be presented by Miss Mari Hendry, Deputy Director for External Engagement and Partnerships at the OU in Scotland. And last, I will wrap up the ceremony with my personal address to our graduates. So to get us started, I now call upon Susan Stewart to present the first of the honorary graduates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates and guests. Judy Murray is a tennis coach and a campaigner, one of the nation's most important and influential voices for the life-changing potential of sport. Born in Bridge of Allen, Judy played tennis to international junior and senior level. She dominated the sport in Scotland, winning dozens of national titles and representing Great Britain in the World Student Games. She read business and French at the University of Edinburgh and began a career in retail management. Judy qualified as a tennis coach by the age of 17 and 10 years later began coaching as a volunteer at Dunblane Sports Club. With so few players and so few opportunities available, she poured everything into developing the sport from the grassroots up. After coaching at club and regional level, Judy became the first woman to pass the Lawn Tennis Association's Performance Cup. She was named Scottish National Coach in 1995, making her responsible for the Scottish National Development Schools programme. Judy was appointed captain of the British Federation Cup team in 2011. She took this role in part to raise the profile of female players and coaches. Judy has a passionate commitment to inclusive sport, bringing the benefits of physical activity to disadvantaged or marginalised groups. This is partly inspired by her own experience of playing the game in all conditions and with limited infrastructure. The Judy Murray Foundation aims to bring tennis to rural and disadvantaged communities. She also set up her Tennis on the Road programme, taking tennis to places with no courts and no coaches. Her Set for Sport initiative encourages families to get active together through playing games and is directly inspired by her own family experience. Judy is particularly determined to promote tennis, sport and activity for girls and women. Her Miss Hits programme equips young girls with basic skills in tennis, setting them up for a lifetime of healthy activity. Most recently, she has been working with the Lawn Tennis Association on She Rallies, a programme which focuses on building a female workforce across Great Britain to get more girls involved in tennis. Judy also won over an entirely new audience with her efforts on BBC's Strictly Come Dancing. Though not perhaps the most naturally talented dancer, she inspired a nation with her commitment, determination and willingness to take a risk, and she credits the show with renewed self-confidence and belief. You may also have heard of her sons. They're not bad tennis players too. Judy may have had a little something to do with that, but as well as their tennis success, tremendous tennis success, both Jamie and Andy are strong feminist allies and strong proponents of fairness for women in sport. And I'm sure Judy is just as proud of that as she is of their success in tennis. Now Judy is working to ensure that these champions leave a legacy which suitably recognises their extraordinary success through investment in infrastructure and coaching right across the country. Her expertise and experience makes her a very powerful voice within Scottish sport and internationally. Her latest project is the creation of the Murray Tennis Centre outside her hometown in Dunblane, which will be a community-focused pay and play facility and act as a workforce development centre for Scottish tennis. At the Open University, we are passionate believers in the benefits of sport at every level, from beginner and grassroots to professional. We recognise the important social and community benefits of sporting activities, as well as their contribution to both physical and mental health. Judy's commitment to bringing those benefits to everyone in our nation should be honoured and celebrated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Judy Murray.
Thank you, Susan, for reminding me of, I don't know, everything that I've kind of done in my sporty life, I guess. Standing there, it was a little bit like being at your own funeral. And I'm glad you laughed, because the last WhatsApp that I got from my younger son, who's in China, and said to me, "Mum, what are you doing today?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm going into Glasgow and getting an honorary degree from the Open University." And he said, "Do you have to make a speech?" And I said, "Yeah, I think just a small one." And he said, "Please don't try and be funny." So thank you, Susan. Thank you to the Open University for giving me this award. It's a huge special day for all of you. Congratulations to everybody who's graduating today. It's a special day for me because I feel a really strong affinity with the Open University because I think that everything that it tries to achieve in terms of making education accessible and inclusive is exactly what I try to do with my sport. Huge believer that talent is everywhere, opportunity isn't, and we all need somebody or something to open a door for us to help us to go through and to climb that ladder. I'm a big fan of saying it's not about what you have, it's what you do with what you have. So now that you all have your degrees and your information, you need to go out and use that information to help you practically apply it in whatever career sphere you go into. And I hope very much that you will all be incredibly successful. For me, it's all about knowing what it is that you want to do, believing in yourself, learning from others, and working your butt off. I think I always went with common sense. I think when I learned to coach, I knew how to play tennis. That's quite different from knowing how to teach tennis. And there was nobody for me to learn from up here. And I really knew that to invest in all the kids that I had playing at the club initially was to invest in myself first. So I think you know what you know and what you can do. You know what you don't know and what you can't do. And you go out and you find people who do know and who can do, and you try and work alongside them, because the quickest and simplest way to get good at something in whatever field you're going into is to work alongside somebody who's great at what they do. So thank you, Open University, and happy birthday. Congratulations to everybody, and good luck with wherever you go next. Go smash it.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, Gayatri Rajaraman. For the degree of Master of Arts in Classical Studies, I present Jan Constanza Philidor. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Rosanna Doyle. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Grant Blackwell. Graham Clark. Morven Wishart. For the degree of Master of Education, I present Tanina Gatt. For the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present John Smith. For the degree of Master of Science in Development Management with distinction, I present Kenny Stewart. For the degree of Master of Science in Technology Management, I present Karen Bishop. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, I present Deborah Agnew. Charlotte Bethel. Kenneth Cassidy. Amanda Clark. Anka Eggert. Jamie Finney. Jules Goodlett-Rowley. Steve Hanlon. Adele Henderson. Carol Hunter. Kathleen Innes. Fiona Kane. David Knox. Emma Jane Marley. Heather McCann. Jessica McCall. Paul McCrudden. Susan McEwen. Rachel McLean. Maria Mel. Debbie Morrison. Rebecca Phillipson. Lynn Pilkington. Saoirse Reddin. Gordon Roberts. Marina Sherbakova. Susan Simpson. Fiona Sinclair. Rebecca Thompson. James Turbot. Lindsay Wood. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts degrees and have been able to attend here today. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with honours, Peter Airy. Holly Allen. Alison Bandine. George Berryman. Deborah Berry. Alicia Blazczyk. Cherie Broadfoot. Rosie Bryson. Lindsay Burden. Kelsey Caldo. Malvina Chichilong. Nora Connor. Valerie Cowan. Linda Cummings. Jacqueline Cunningham. Sarah de Grossa. Victoria Devine. June Douglas. Nicole Douglas. Natalie Duffel. Penelope Dunbar. Ashley Durning. Christopher Earle. Alexandra Elkington. Rick Ellis. Donna Fisher. Robert Graham. Cheryl Grant. Paul Gracemark. Nicola Grzyzinski. Angela Guy. Andrew Hamilton. Carl Harrington. Christine Hart. Sheila Houghton. Samira Iqbal. Louise Irving. Kimberly Isaac. Susanna Yatalova. Natasha Kelly. Nicola Kelly. Samantha Kinmount. Jim Kirk. Erica Leith. Hayley Lees. Hodge. Mike McAllister. Susanna McBoyle. Terry McCallum. Lisa McCann. Kate McCluskey. Carol McElroy. Celise McGarvey. Stephen McGorry. Laura McIntosh. Pamela McKee. Joanne Merritt. Chantal Marimi. Saya Murray. Pamela Norrie. Anthony Parnell. Kelsey Pierce. Ben Robbins. Liam Robertson. Marco Romano. Michael Rumeliotis. Agnes Ruiz. Dario Sassarini. Carol Scott. Tony Sinclair. Sarah Smith. Diana Stevens. Emma Stewart. Claire Sutherland. Victoria Teven. Fiona Thompson. Amy Tibbins. Victoria Toth. Karen Townsend. Fiona Bennell. Ross Burko. Matthew Walker. Fraser Wallace. Alex Wardrop. Paul Watson. Connie Williamson. Alicia Wilson. Caroline Wilson. Fiona Wilson. Hannah Wilson. Siobhan Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Leslie Brown. Elspeth Campbell. Carol Clark. Roseanne Ferrier. Mandy Innes. Deborah Mills. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with First Class Honours, I present Victoria Graham. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with Honours, I present Julie Belasco. Claire Cameron. Emma Collins. Donna Gibson. Paula Glenn. Elizabeth Elizabeth Keenan. Noel Kelly. Natalie McLaren. Lorna Morgan. Heather Rice. Claire Wiggum. Thank you all.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Corinne Hutton is a social entrepreneur and advocate for disability rights, who through example and support is transforming the lives of those affected by limb loss or difference. Corinne has always been an incredibly energetic and ambitious woman. She ran her own successful signage business while a single mother and devoted her spare time to charity fundraising through intense endurance challenges. In 2013, however, she contracted sepsis and was given just a 1 in 20 chance of surviving. To save her life, doctors had to remove her limbs. But Corinne was determined that this would neither define nor limit her. With characteristic generosity and resolve, she founded the charity Finding Your Feet to support those affected by amputation. Too many people find themselves isolated and struggling in the aftermath of amputation, and this can affect their recovery and reduce their quality of life. Finding Your Feet is tackling this challenge with clubs and activities across Scotland. Here, amputees can regain strength, rebuild confidence, and find themselves at the heart of a friendly and supportive community with access to specialist advice and support. The charity has put together a network of volunteers and advocates who can help people come to terms with new and difficult situations, both in hospital and at home. Hundreds of people with limb difference have benefited from the life-changing and life-saving work of Finding Your Feet. It offers an invaluable resource for people to overcome the mental and emotional, as well as the physical consequences of amputation. Many directly credit Corinne's own example as helping them to acquire a new sense of purpose and meaning. Corinne has channeled her strength and courage into an extraordinary series of challenges for Finding Your Feet, helping to raise thousands of pounds for charity while demolishing stereotypes about disability. She became the first female quadruple amputee to climb Ben Nevis, before following it up with another record in tackling Mount Kilimanjaro. She has also learned to fly a plane and abseil down a building. An inspiring and passionate speaker, she devotes a great deal of time to working with schools and businesses to promote inclusion, accessibility, and resilience. Corinne has long been a passionate campaigner for the importance of organ donation. She was the face of an NHS campaign highlighting the number of people who tragically die while waiting on waiting lists for transplants. Earlier this year, Corinne became the first Scottish person to receive a double hand transplant, and her story was widely featured on television and in print, highlighting the need for more people to join the organ donation register. Corinne's determination to use her own skills and experience to make a difference for others has won her national acclaim. She has been presented with the Great Scott Award, received a Points of Light Award, and been honoured with the British Citizen Award for her voluntary and campaigning efforts. Her commitment to social inclusion and social change exemplify the values of the Open University and make her an exceptional role model for our students. We are delighted to celebrate her activism and advocacy. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Corinne Hutton.
Thank you very much. I don't know about you, I'm absolutely shaking. And these robes are not cool, are they? Very, very warm, and they shine the bright light at me. So I've spent the whole ceremony there with tears in my eyes, which is all down to the lights. Not because I've seen on your faces the effort and the pride. Well done, guys. Well done. So much for achieving what you've done. I'm really honoured and flattered to be given this award, but particularly to be given it by the Open University. I know the majority have other responsibilities, issues, other things in their life that they have to be doing in addition to studying. Are you mad? I have so much respect for the effort that you've put in and the fight that you've gone through and the hurdles you've had to climb to be able to get where you are. And I think that's just about the only thing in common, because all I did was lose my legs and they gave me an honorary doctorate. So I'm not sure I'd go down that shortcut right enough. Thank you very much, Kate, for everything nice you said about me. Some of it's true. And thank you to the Open University. It's so nice to be part of your group, your family. Finding your feet is about, as Kate had said, it's about inclusion, encouraging people out from their homes, from isolation and possible depression, doing any of the clubs that we offer. And although I'm the one standing here getting the award today, we're a decent size of team now. And we all love our jobs. We're all very passionate about what we do. Just a small new charity, but you can see the amount of people that are joining with us. And of the ones that join with us, perhaps for support in the beginning, that very quickly becomes turned around to them supporting others. And we've become a very big family as a result as well. Maybe we can encourage some of our troopers down the line of the Open University. It would be really nice to have that link as well. So congratulations again, guys. Glad to see that today is the start of you finding your feet, and it'd be very interesting to see where you go from here. This is not the end, it's absolutely the start for you. Thank you, thank everyone, thank you. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with honours, I present Alan Bertram. William Hamilton. Andres Liches Balvena. Robert McNay. Sarah Shepherd. Wyndham Williams. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours, I present Gary Pearson. Cyril Rutter. Mandy Vincent Melchill. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, I present Norma Brown. Jason Clark. Thomas Craney. Carolyn Dixon. Georgina Faulkner. Elise Ferguson. Andrea Gensch. Annie Gifford. Simone MacLeod. Eva Malcolm. Amy Malloy. Louise Martin. Melanie McConnell. Jacqueline McDermott. Rosalind Mitchell. Peter Murchie. Laura Ness. Laura O'Donnell. Katrina Scott. Gavin Shaw. Sharon Straub. Andrew Watson. Megan White. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Stefania Aziz. Jonathan Bladen. Elizabeth Brammer. David Browning. Brian Carton. Stuart Cohey. Deborah Coulter. Catherine Craig. Louise Cunningham. Lindsay Daly. Bruce Dickey. Louise Doherty. Margot Ferguson. Mark Fitzpatrick. Leah Fruin. Stuart Gilfillan. Keith Gordon. Stuart Graham. Pilar Gray. Helena Gribben. Michelle Hamill. Agnieszka Henderson. Elaine Hodge. Dorota Kwasek. Katie Loudon. Mary McCormick. Laura McKenzie. Carolina Marchesi. Rebecca McFleet. Karen McHale. Kirsten McCarg. Stephen McMurray. Karen Meekin. Kevin Milne. Andrew Morrison. Kirsty Nisbet. Sheena Patrick. Kazia Petrzak. Elliot Reader. Claire Rudy. Jules Russell. Rebecca Shaw. Heather Seabright. James Smith. Ayla Stevens. Helen Strachan. Francis Todd. Tim Viney. Wilma Walker. Lisa Webster. Hilary White. Amy Whiting. Beverly Whitman. Andrea Weisinger. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Dennis Bagumba. Anne-Marie Campbell. Carol Gillies. Peter Gilmore. Carol Hutchison. Scott MacDonald. Agnes McLownan. Isabel McAvoy. Karen McIntosh. Keith McIntosh. Franz Stahl. Andrea West. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Adult Nursing with honours, I present Sharon Conworth. Taylor McCormick. For a foundation degree, I present Kelly Atherton. Deborah Westcott. And for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Mark Cameron. Emma Livesey. Anna Ribeiro Green. Fiona Robb. Scott Sonny Robertson. Nicole Thompson. Claire Wedge. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Glasgow, I'll admit it. You are the loudest OU audience. It's always a huge privilege for me to share graduation days with our students. It's probably the best part of my job. What I especially love is the range of expressions as people come across the stage. There are some people who just look so happy, so full of joy. We get the fist bumps and the thumbs up, and it's those people who say to me, "Thank God no more TMAs." And then there are those others who tell me a little bit about their story, and I always keep a waterproof mascara handy for graduation days, because when people tell me that they had a baby when they were doing their last assignment, that they were caring and they couldn't have done it without the OU, you will just get me every time. And then, of course, there are those of you who are, let's be honest, giving me the psychic vibes of, just let me get off this stage as quickly as possible. But whatever your reaction, I hope you will feel as I do, that we have shared enough joy today to lift the roof off this spectacular venue. Now, those of you who are graduating are quite busy on being focused on getting across the stage without falling over, so you don't see what I see and what my colleagues here see, which is the complete pride and joy on the faces of your family and friends and supporters. And we all know just what an amazing group of people you are. And I firmly believe that the Open University's graduates are the most extraordinary group of graduates from any university in the world. So I like to try and prove this at our ceremonies. And so graduates, if you would indulge me, please, by raising your hands to a few questions. Could you put your hand up if you've helped bring up a family during your study? Could you put your hand up if you've had... Yes, it does deserve an applause, doesn't it? Could you put your hand up if you've had caring responsibilities during your study? Could you put your hand up if while studying with us you have also managed employment or voluntary work at some time during your study? And if you feel comfortable doing so, please put your hand up if you've dealt with health issues or studied with a disability. I can't think of another group of graduates anywhere in the world that look like that. What better illustration could there be to show what an amazing group of people you are? And from this day forward, you join an exclusive alumni club of more than 500,000 OU graduates who are literally all around the globe. They're people who, like you, studied while also holding down a job, bringing up a family, caring for dependent relatives or friends, or possibly all of the above. So it makes me quite cross when people refer to the Open University as part-time study. If I compare it to my own time, quite a long time ago now, when I went to a face-to-face university at 18 and had lectures and labs to get to, and quite a strong commitment to the student bar, I think it's all wrong that I was considered a full-time student. You aren't part-time students. You have been double or triple-time students, and you should be so proud of what you have achieved. And I hope you're also proud of the university that you've achieved it with. A university that has had a really phenomenal impact throughout its 50-year history. We're a university that is really proud to have given you a very high-quality education. with 50 years of being in a class of our own. I wouldn't be a scientist at heart if I didn't mention that we're very proud that we share our 50th anniversary year with the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landings. And you might not realise it, but Open University scientists, people who write your teaching materials if you've studied some physics or some engineering with us, have been involved in pretty much every major space mission since. From the oceans to the universe, our world-leading research has shaped how people understand the seas and the skies, and we take our knowledge from our world-class researchers into the teaching that you've experienced, and also we take it into people's living rooms. Since the early 1970s, the OU has had a completely unique partnership with the BBC, and we've broadcast thousands of hours of jaw-dropping programmes. I am pretty confident that one or two people in this room will have watched Blue Planet 2, given that half the UK population saw it and millions of people around the world have too. That programme has influenced the way that people think about single-use and disposable plastics all over the planet, based on research done at your university. I can't think of another place where researchers can have that kind of impact. We know in the world of work, over 70 of the FTSE 100 companies have sponsored staff to study with the OU. And all the way from small companies to the NHS, the Open University inspires employers and employees to create better futures. So whether you're looking to change direction after your degree or just after a promotion, trust me, your employer knows that you are hardworking, committed and disciplined. No kidding, right? Employers do recognise that. The Open University has always been an innovator at the cutting edge of education. 7 years ago, we set up the UK's first platform for massive open online courses, or MOOCs, and that free learning to encourage people to consider and think about what they might like to do has now reached over 8 million learners globally through an initiative called FutureLearn. And we keep on giving. Anyone can take a pick of 1,000 free bite-sized courses on our award-winning site OpenLearn. Lifelong learning really is available at the click of a mouse. Internationally, the OU does wonderful work with those who need our help the most. The Scottish Government supported our Zambian Education School-Based Training Project, acronym obviously is ZEST, which has seen us working with international partners World Vision to train 4,000 primary school teachers and school leaders right across Zambia's central province. Closer to home, we're working with 21 police forces across the UK to train the next generation of police officers. And we are all incredibly proud of the work that we do to bring learning into people in prison who want to turn their lives around. The OU is all about changing lives. So just remember that in graduating today, it's not just about the struggle that you've had, the achievement you've generated. It also brings you into the fold as a member of a university that is a world leader in technology, in innovation, and in helping all people to learn. The OU is a movement of millions with a mission of one, and it's been lovely to meet some of those ones as you've come across the stage this afternoon. We are the university that believes that where you start in life doesn't limit where you go. Now, of course, there are a host of people who've contributed to your achievements today. And it's a great opportunity for me to say a thank you to some of the OU staff who make your journeys possible. From the advisors who handled your first inquiry, to the academics who designed and wrote your course materials, to the student services staff who supported you when it felt like you couldn't go on or you needed to take a break. And of course, never forgetting our amazing associate lecturers, your tutors who've guided you through the whole journey, culminating today. So I'd love for us to take a moment to say thank you to my colleagues at the OU who have made all this possible. Thank you, colleagues. Now, my colleagues really do understand just how hard we've made you work and what a tough triple-time journey you have been on, and we are so proud of you. But I have to acknowledge that there is one thing in life even harder than being an OU student, and that's living with an OU student. I know many of you have had incredible support from family, friends and colleagues, the people who've enabled you to keep going with your studies, who've had patience when you've been kind of crabby about a TMA deadline. Yes, graduates, you know who they are, so please take a look around, spot your loved ones in the audience, and let's give your supporters a big round of applause too. We know they couldn't do it without you. When you leave today, you become an ambassador for the Open University and all that we stand for. Please stay in touch. We'd love you to join our alumni careers group called Toucan on LinkedIn, where you can share your professional experience and make new connections with other OU alums. Try one of our free online courses. I know you're thinking right now that you need a break and you will never do another assignment again, although actually one or two of you did tell me you're already signed up for the next course. And more of you, when you've had a pause to recover, will think about continuing your studies with us, and we would love to see you at another degree ceremony in a few years' time. You may have already met some of our alumni team who are out in the foyer. They will be in touch to let you know what our Alumni Association can offer, and also to encourage you to give back to your university through our Open Up the Future 50th anniversary campaign. We're really proud of the fact that we've launched 50 carers scholarships in our 50th year. Do also visit our careers and employability stand. People sometimes forget, but we are available to you and you can get great careers and employability advice for 3 years after you graduate from that fantastic team. We're really interested to understand how the unique qualities that you have as an OU graduate help you in your careers, in your life ambitions, and in your personal development. And the more we know and understand what you've got out of your time with us, the more we're able to convince people who are maybe a bit nervous or unsure about embarking on part-time distance learning themselves. We don't tell them it's triple-time distance learning. You all personified the motto that's on the OU's crest, learn and live. And I hope you will feel able to give something back to a world filled with so many who are less fortunate. It would be hard not to be inspired to use your skills, energies and passion in that direction after listening to our fantastic honorary graduates speaking earlier. So make the most of the opportunity. Be an OU graduate who helps to realise opportunities for others. We really believe that for a better world, redistributing education and opportunity is at least as important as redistributing wealth. You may well feel that the strain of studying for a degree has added a few grey hairs. I couldn't possibly comment. But we only grow old when we lose sight of our ideals. Samuel Ullman's phrase, years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul, seems very appropriate for the OU. No matter what your age when you graduate, no matter what your age when you work here, the spirit of youth pervades the OU, and it's a gift that you take away with you. I hope you stay forever young in your souls, generous in your hearts, and ambitious in your goals. Graduates, would you all please stand? And let's congratulate these amazing individuals one last time. can sit back down again now. Thank you. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have now been completed, and I declare this meeting of congregation closed. The piper will now provide us with a musical farewell. It wouldn't be a Glasgow ceremony without the bagpipes, right? And at the end of that, I would ask everyone who is able to stand to please do so.